Trains help people commute to and from work, but they also have the ability to ruin your day, like this next guy found out. In Thailand, this commuter train heads through town carrying a full load of people. It's a normal day on the train. This guy is also having a normal day on his moped. But both the train and moped man's days are about to change. I'd say the guy on the moped got the worst of it. The guy comes out of nowhere, stops on the tracks, and before he can do anything, gets derailed by a big old train. The collision knocks him around a signpost. The rider suffered serious injuries, while the train had a teeny tiny scratch on the front of it. Both the man and the train survived. Afterwards, the man said, "It hurt a lot. I felt like I got run over by a freight train."
Growing up, all I ever wanted to be was a fireman, until I found out you actually had to risk your life and fight fires. Now, I think I'll leave the hero stuff to these guys. Check out this fire at a plastics factory in Lima, Peru. The fire crew is trying to control the blaze, but is having little luck as the smoke pours out. Unable to breathe, the fireman has them lower the bucket. Unfortunately, their timing could not have been worse. A fireball erupts from the building. The explosion is so big, it actually knocks the camera out. It comes back just as they are dragging the firefighter to safety. You can see right as they lower the firefighter, a backdraft pulls the oxygen into the building, causing the massive fireball to explode out, engulfing the crew member. The force of the blast knocks the fireman out cold, but his suit did its job and protected him from the flames and any serious injury. Although he did suffer some memory loss, after the blast, he couldn't remember why he ever wanted to be a fireman.
It's a warm Saturday afternoon, and what better time to spend with your kids than at the lake, watching some hydro racing. And if you're lucky, you might even see a crash.
The location is Red Bluff, California. Drag boat racer Mark Atkins is engaged in a grudge match. The engines are juiced up to 7,000 horsepower. At this speed, the water is like cement. These racers go 260 miles per hour in a quarter-mile stretch. The G-forces spin him around. Then his boat comes apart around him. Pieces are flying everywhere. The safety capsule holding the driver seems to be okay, but Mark has opened the lid to the capsule a little too early, and water is filling in, and he's still strapped in. Rescue divers leap in and save him. Mark still can't remember what happened after the boat crashed. It's probably just as well. I mean, who wants to remember destroying a boat that costs over $100,000?
Now this next guy is too old to ride the bumper cars at the state fair. So what does he do? He takes it to the streets. This guy is in a high-speed chase with the California Highway Patrol. When he spins out on his own, it turns into a real-life bumper car game. Except these cops aren't playing around. It's like the cops are playing pinball with the guy. Talk about the cops being on your tail. Just like in bumper cars, there are no winners. But today, I think we found the loser. This guy.
What could be better than clips with a bunch of animals in them?
Everything.
Come on, Angie, work with me.
Oh, sorry. Okay, these next clips are gonna blow your mind!
Much better. If you've ever been to a rock concert, you know that the mosh pit is the most dangerous place to be.
And even if you replace the people in the mosh pit with cats, it's still pretty crazy. Especially if they've been partying.
The band starts playing, and finally the headliner shows up and feeds them. Let the moshing begin.
That's Nina.
Or as the neighborhood kids call her, Crazy Cat Lady Nina.
She lives in Russia and has taken in a total of 130 stray cats.
That's 129 too many, if you ask me.
And here's what's really amazing. She actually gave them all names.
Yeah, that's what the cats need, names. How about giving them a bigger area to live in?
We've all seen roadkill on the highways. It's terrible when a small creature is run over.
Yeah, terribly entertaining. Check out what happens to this rabbit.
He seems oblivious to the oncoming traffic. Our rabbit friend bolts right onto the freeway.
And he almost gets run over by this truck. But wait, he does an incredible flip at the last possible second.
Amazing! Sean Johnson, eat your heart out.
And now it's back to the rabbit hole. Even dogs can have bad days.
Look at precious little Daisy.
Her master thinks it'll be cute to put her on a skateboard.
Because there's nothing dogs love doing more than riding a wooden board down a steep hill.
Apparently, this poor pup hasn't learned how to steer the longboard because, look out! She just hit a large recycling can.
Poor Daisy.
Later, her owner wanted her to shred a 360 on a gnarly half-pipe, but Daisy preferred to simply chase a rubber ball.
Coming up, towing a car is easy, as long as you don't ask these guys to do it.
Getting a stuck car out of the snow comes down to leverage. If you don't have good leverage, you better have good car insurance.
This guy got his car stuck in the snow. Thank goodness he's got good friends that are going to help him get out. But sometimes the best intentions have the worst results. A piece of the bumper breaks off, and the rescue attempt is put on hold while they investigate. That's worse. The problem with these guys is that they don't even know how to tow a car out of the snow. And like most men that encounter problems, they think the solution is just more power. But more power brings more problems. Let's take a look at what happened. There's too much slack in the rope. Instead of getting the rope taut and then pulling, the driver of the truck decides to go straight to pulling. This kid has a tough decision ahead of him. What to get first, new friends or a new back end? Where he lives, both are hard to come by. See you next time.